Majesty. You have been unconscious for nearly a week now. Your son will be overjoyed to hear of your recovery. He has been inconsolable these last few days, as he was when his father died those many years ago. Please do not attempt to rise. You were grievously injured in battle against the giants in Garrod Pass. The Cardinal has forbade anyone in the castle from making a noise above a whisper, as the blow damaged your left ear, and any loud or sharp noise might destroy your hearing completely. As your seneschal, I have been overseeing your care. I beg your forgiveness, your Majesty, but as the giant's blow had caved in your breastplate as well, and was causing you great pain and preventing you from breathing restfully, I ordered it removed. I understand that this is forbidden, and I will accept whatever punishment you deem fit for my crime, once you are able to move about on your own. Until then, you are in my care, and I will do everything in my power to see that you are comfortable and relaxed, so that you may heal as quickly as possible. Please, your Majesty, drink this before you attempt to speak. It was made before me by the Sisters of the Wailing White, and blessed by the Cardinal. It is water taken from the lake, and purified by the Wailing White on the zenith of Ganica. The Fae of the Isle of Asmir then infused it with the breath of the spring forest. Here, inhale the scent of it. I know how you enjoy the particular combination of jasmine, honeysuckle, and pine. Here, allow us to help you sit up, your Majesty. Your ladies will support you under each arm and lift you forward while I arrange your pillows for you. There. Are you comfortable? Good. Of course, you also need flavor and sustenance, so the sisters added to the water nectar from the apples and strawberries from your private garden, as well as from several delectable peaches, a gift from the ambassador of Sepuldo. I tasted them myself to ensure they were not poisoned. Lastly, there is 1 measure of powdered white star to relieve your pain without dulling your senses. Here, your Majesty, please drink. Good. I will set your glass here. If you would like more, you need but look in that direction, and I will refill it for you. Dreamwing brought you home, your Majesty. It seems that one of the giants, aiming at another of the Pegasi in flight, had the blind luck to strike you with a boulder. There is no doubt that had the giant intended to hit you, your divine senses would have alerted you to the danger. The blow knocked you from Dreamwing's back, and you fell nearly 50 feet. She dove after you, but was only able to reach you in time to break your fall by crashing into the ground herself. She did not sustain injuries nearly as severe as yours, but the silversmiths have been working tirelessly to create special barding for her to hide her wounds from the public. They are doing the same for you, my queen, to include an open-faced helm with special protective padding over your ears, so that you will remain a matched pair for the beginning of the Festival of Spring. Yes, your Majesty, you awaken just in time. The Festival of Spring occurs in only 2 days. While we all prayed for your recovery, plans were made to crown the prince as a precautionary measure. He has been stoic about all of it, but he is obviously distressed. The fighting in Garrot Pass continues, your Majesty. The soldiers were driven into a complex of caves to escape the giants. How the witch managed to enthrall so many of them is baffling. The Pegasi remained to harass them from the air, but their numbers are dwindling as the giants' aim improves. With Leiston and the rest of the Hand out looking for the witch, there are no strong leaders to organize the troops. The Home Guard has begun to assemble in anticipation of the giants invading once they clear the pass. No, the people have not been alerted to this. They are being told that the Home Guard is assembling to honor a great announcement at the start of the festival. Were you still unconscious at the time, the prince's coronation would have been that announcement. I thought you might say that, your Majesty. As seneschal, I must advise against it publicly. You are far too important to the kingdom to risk yourself in combat with the giants again so soon after your injury. Privately, however, I agree that you are the only hope we have of rallying our soldiers in the pass against their forces. If they make it into the Southlands, they will spread out and cause much death and destruction before we can hunt them all down. Calendrin is untried, but he is a brilliant young man and beloved of the people. He will make a fine king, your Majesty, and while I have no doubt that the Hand will protect your heart with their lives, it is perhaps for the best to consider allowing Calendrin to bind himself to the land, privately, of course, so that the witch will not know. But there will be time to discuss strategy and abdication later, my queen. There are many waiting to see you. Several of the more influential nobles, the War Council, the Cardinal and his healers, and, of course, Dreamwing and Calendrin. But you have been bedridden for a week, and even in your condition, your subjects must not see or smell any weakness on you. I will go now and light the fires for your bath. When you are ready, your ladies will help you bathe, while I oversee the freshening of your convalescing room, where you will meet with your subjects in turn. Here, you will need this jade plug in your left ear. It has been enchanted to keep water from entering your ear and damaging it further. It will also allow us to communicate with each other while you are there, so that you may summon me without having to raise your voice. Your Majesty, can you hear me? Good. The salts in your bath will draw out the ache that is sure to have settled in your muscles. The water of the bath has also been infused with a blend of citrus and peppermint oils, as well as poppy and white star petals, to ease the pain of your wounds. Lie back, Your Majesty, and relax. With your permission, your ladies will scrub you gently from neck to toe with a wondrous gift from one of the elven territories of Dramafang. Their emissary delivered for you a series of rods carved from the porous stone of one of their land's volcanoes. Each rod has a different texture, and when used on the body, they remove even the roughest calluses and slough off the dead skin, leaving you feeling more clean and refreshed than you thought possible. Would you like that? Very good, Your Majesty. When they are finished with that, they will massage into your skin a paste made from the petals of lilacs and roses, and something created by the royal apothecary to heal the skin and fade the scars of battle. When you are ready, your ladies will bring you to the changing room. I am, even now, laying out your things. I recognize Your Majesty's desire to be informed of all relevant information, so I will tell you what I am laying out for you now. Your convalescing gown is white flannel to keep you warm. A recovering body often chills easily. The ruff is also flannel, but bears the pattern of Villemont de Gracier. As you know, they are the Southland port city nearest the Garrod Pass, and as such, have the most immediate stake in the battle there. The nobles must see that Villemont de Gracier is foremost in your mind, and that their defense against the giants is assured. The sleeves of the gown are set with bloodstones, heart-shaped, of course. 7 on the right sleeve to represent the 7 cities of the Northlands: Le Fabron, Le Clausari, Vignon-sur-Craton, Léna, Vigo, Thoronay, and Ansai. And 14 on the left sleeve to represent the 14 major cities of the Southlands: Villemont de Gracier, Le Dos, Bola, Fragrincamp, Sansanyal, Lecrasse, La Souton, Delmo, Barbatan, Aigui, Cosse, La Bonne, and, of course, the capital, Hedon du Barsai. The dark green of the stones represents the land of Yveclier, and the red flecks therein are symbolic of your blood, your tie to the land and to its people. Though your legs will be covered by blankets, I am laying out slippers of dark green silk to match the pillows of your couch. Because of the injury to your head, I am choosing, instead of the more plain and functional circlet usually worn in these private audiences, for the silver braided crown of the North. Yes, it is opulent, and only worn in the presence of the noble frost elves of the untamed northern mountains. But it is the lightest of your crowns, and is the only one that will allow your hair to fall in such a way as to cover the bruising below your left ear. I have already chosen one of the palace servants whose build and features most closely match those of the frost elves. She can be made to appear as a noble woman from their kingdom, and sit silently in the chamber as if meditating as they do. I am certain it will be enough to convince all but the frost elves themselves that no breach of etiquette has occurred. Thank you, Your Majesty. When you are dressed, I will return to the convalescing room and weave the crown into your hair myself. I will bring your favorite silver brush, and I will brush your hair with warm almond oil, infused with sandalwood and tiny chips of iridescent shells to catch the candlelight. I will also set out more of the water you had earlier, and a very light meal, fluffy elven bread, with cucumber slices and a light whipped cheese. I apologize for the continued inconvenience, Your Majesty. I know that you need your rest. I will ensure that your audiences remain privilequent, save for Dreamwing and Calendrin, of course. And once you have completed these duties, your ladies and I will tuck you in. I will unbraid your crown and brush the shells out of your hair. I know how you enjoy the sound of rain when you are weary. Though it is clear tonight, I have procured an elementalist to summon a small rain cloud just above the tower of your